welcome to episode 121 of our survival let's play. I was going to say our my farm life, our survival let's play on No Man's Land. Bit of a strange one today, given what's sort of happening around the world. This ain't going to be a long one. I say what's happening around the world. What I mean is what's happening in my country. What do we want? We want that. The first thing that we're going to do is we've got a sunflower field just there. It's absolutely tiny. It's what we were meant to put sugar beet in, and I totally planted the wrong crop. So we're going to quickly get this done, and then move on to the olives, I think, because definitely one side, but probably both, because I think they were both put in. Oh, I was meaning to press brake there and I wasn't. I was continually going backwards. I don't think. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's gonna work. I didn't think it was gonna work. Yeah, I think the olives matured at the same time, so we're gonna start at least one side today, and then probably, I don't know, back half of the month do the next one. We're in October now. We sort of coming towards the end of another year. I don't know how many years we're in now. Didn't we check before? We were like 9 years in or something, which is absolutely crazy. I'm gonna be able to get these bits. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm sure we're about 9 years in. Let's have a look. Yeah, we are 9 exactly. Yeah, nuts. How are we that far in? I didn't even look. I was scrolling through some of the save games I've got just before this, and we were like, I'm sure we were on something like 440 hours on this map, which I think is the most I've done on certainly any map that I've recorded on, which stands to reason given the amount of episodes we've got. But I think some of these episodes have been sort of nearly an hour long as well, haven't they? So yeah, we certainly put grafting on this one. We hardly going to get anything off here, are we? Like I said, this was meant to be exclusively a sugar beet field, which is why it's the size it is. I knew almost immediately, didn't I? From what I remember, I'm pretty sure as soon as I planted, I realised that we put the wrong crop in. But I mean, to be fair, if it had been sugar beet, it would have just been getting put straight into the BGA now, where this can just get put straight into the old mill, and we'll start, well, it can just carry on producing the sunflower oil. I think we'll be running low on the mill. We might have even run out, to be fair. I can't imagine we'll have much in, because we did put quite a lot in the last time. I think there was a couple of fields right over, well, next to it. I think it might be in the fields that were next to it. That were maybe both sunflower fields. And we filled it, didn't we? Wasn't it like 20 odd thousand, 30,000 litres? We filled it with sunflower seed, sorry, to produce the oil. So just about there. Are we even going to get 3,000 litres? No, we're not. Are we even going to get 2,900? We're not, are we? Nope. Right. Let's get that. I might as well just take it over in this. I mean, it's fast enough. There's no point in transferring it to the wagon, is there? If this is going to do 31 mile an hour. I think that soybean. We'll have to check. I'm pretty sure that soybean is just about done. Yeah, it is. So next month or so, and then we'll be making some money off that as well, because if you remember, we've only put that in to sell it. We're not doing anything else with it. There must have been canola we had in these fields last time, because I know I didn't plant the same thing. There we go. Right. Oh, I've got everything. I've just been recording an episode on the roleplay, so I've got everything switched off, all the different markers. Ah yeah, so we mustn't have had any sunflowers left in, because I think that was pretty much all of it. And we've now got no canola. Have we got any canola left in here? Don't think we have. 192 litres. What have we got left? So we're not even producing any anymore. So canola fields, where are we at? They're all canola, aren't they? And them two are nearly done. And we're in desperate need of them, to be fair. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to get over to our olives and we're going to start on them. Right, we're over at the olive farms. We're going to go over to the other side, I think. Because am I right in saying we haven't done... Will this be the first time we've harvested this side? I think it will be, won't it? You can see I've brought the McCormick and a trailer over. Just... I thought I'd unfolded there. I must have. Yeah, I must have. Right. There we go. Let's get on to the side that we want. Excellent. So I think this is pretty much... Just check, but I think this is pretty much perfect. Yeah, it is. It is. No weeds. Everything's spot on. Fertilizer. I think, didn't we even... Oh no, it was the other side where we started fertilising because we thought we would need another coat of it, and it wasn't doing anything, was it? It wasn't having any effect, so we stopped after a couple of rows. So you'll remember with these, I don't even know what the price for olives are, but we're putting it straight into the all-in-one production, aren't we? However, did we talk about maybe starting putting it into the old mill? Because the all-in-one production wasn't doing it as quickly as what we would like. I think we did, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. And I'm sure, if I go on the right one, and if we can find it, have I just gone past it? There. Yeah, it does take olive oil as well. Sorry, to make oil. It's just been updated. It now does these things. I haven't even looked to see if anything's worth doing on there or what. I've just seen that you can use corn, and obviously we've planted corn, haven't we? Which I was just gonna think about selling, because we don't tend to use it in any of the productions that we've got. Although I'm sure there's a mod now where if we didn't want to get, I'm thinking towards cereal. That's what I'm thinking of here. But normally you would have to get grapes, wouldn't you, to get the raisins. So you'd have to get grapevines, and the main expense you'd have to get a grape harvester, which is just another huge amount of money. I think now you can get greenhouses and maybe even grapevines where they collect in a box, possibly. I can't remember. That might just be for olives. There's definitely a mod like that. I just can't think whether it's for grapes or for olives. I'll have to check. So I mean, cereal would be a possibility now, if we could get something like that. What I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Mr. Devich, possibly, because it was last week and I really can't remember. Mentioned about getting rid of some of the productions that we're not using as much, and I 100% agree with that. And I think we spoke about it a good few weeks ago now. We won't do that while we've still got a lot of produce in them, because it's just wasting it, isn't it? So the plan is to get them numbers down and then sell off a couple of them buildings that we don't need, and then that might help with the pallet numbers as well. In fact, at some point in this episode we've actually got a trailer, a flatbed full of pallets of planks, and I think we've got either flour or sugar on it. I can't remember which one I've just come off. Olives are on that one, not on that one. And yeah, so yeah, we're going to go and sell them as well at some point. But I mean, the thing I sort of opened with at the beginning of the video, it's like huge news. It's not even just huge news in the UK, like all around the world, that Queen Elizabeth died late last week. And it's really, really weird. Like, I'm 30 odd year old. She's effectively been my boss for the last 20 years. I don't know, it's like a massive shock. It's a massive shock to everyone who I talk to, basically, whether it's family or work colleagues. It's just unreal. The news, like, what's it been now? It's been like 5 days. The news channels literally haven't reported on anything else. Everything, every aspect of sort of royal life now is just, that's just constant. It's just, you can't get away from it. It's everywhere on your phones. It's on every news outlet. It's when you go around looking at like billboards and stuff, it's all over there. And it shouldn't really be a shock at like 96-year-old, but for my entire life we've only ever had a queen, the queen, to the point where we don't even need to say her name because she is just the queen. Always been our head of state, like I said, effectively be my boss for all my adult life. Yeah, it's so strange. It's so sad as well. Like, only 2 days before she died, I know this is really like way to bring the way to bring the feeling down. But like only 2 days before she died, she was still like she was still working. She was still welcoming a new prime minister and seeing off the old one. And you could tell then. I don't know if well, I'm sure you will have the pictures of her um, when she was meeting with Liz Trust. I mean, she looked really, really frail, didn't she? She looked like she's lost loads of weight, and I don't know if you noticed like the colour of her hands, and she just didn't look well at all, did she? Bless her. But still, for like 2 days later, for her then to be dead, it is huge shock. And like people who you'd never think have been like floods of tears for someone who they didn't know, like never met before, didn't know, but has been like a constant, throughout their life, even though they had no sort of connection with her whatsoever, like no um, physical or literal connection with her. I don't know. I think it's quite hard to explain. I think in general, it's like with social media and the way the media is and stuff like that, we tend to think we know people better than what we do, or even people who we don't know. It's just, but I think it's slightly different um, with the Queen, just because of how long her reign was, and yeah, like I said, just an absolute ever-present. But now we have a king. Like immediately, that was a bad place to put that tractor, wasn't it? Immediately, when the Queen took her last breath, we now have a king, which is it's very strange to say. But it's been nice seeing all the different ceremonies, and like there's things that I'm sure probably will happen again in my lifetime. I would like to think it'll happen again in my lifetime when um, Charles either dies or abdicates. It'd be the first one, wouldn't it? He's not going to abdicate. Be the first one. And then we'll see William come into it. I would like to think I'll see that, bearing in mind, like I said, I'm in my 30s. But there's some people who this is like a once in a lifetime event in which you reign for like 70 years. So some people will not see the next one. So I don't blame people. Like people are flocking to London, like literally flocking to London. There's people queuing up in London now. The Queen's body isn't even down in London yet, and there is people already queuing outside of Westminster. It's going to be at. I'm sure it's Westminster. Just to see the coffin, and they have been for like a couple of days. The same with Edinburgh. So the Queen's in Edinburgh at the minute, and it's just hundreds of thousands of people sort of flocking to the capitals to just to get like a glimpse. Have we Have we spoke about death enough? I think we have, haven't we? I'll definitely mention it in the next few videos as well anyway, because like I said, it's just constant and you can't, I wouldn't want to, but you can't get away from it even if you wanted to. So it'll definitely get brought up again. I was going to say, for people who aren't in Britain, I was going to sort of apologise for it, but I think, like, weirdly, there's people from all around the world who, some of which find it even more fascinating than what we do. I mean, there was people in, I know some of these places are still in the Commonwealth, but there was people in like floods of tears in Canada, and Australia and New Zealand. Do you know what I mean? Like absolute scenes. So it isn't. It's obviously a huge deal, but we'll talk about it again later. What I'm going to do now is let's have a bit of a time lapse on. Let's get this finished, and then I don't think I'll be recording that much more on this video because we need to go and sell the pallets, don't we? I won't be recording that much more because I don't want the video too long. It's going to be quite a, I say a short one. It's going to be a shorter one than normal. So let's get the time lapse on. Got one more row to do. I purposely left a bit of a gap in the last row. We might still damage some of that crop though, but I try to leave a gap. If it does, it does. I can't really do much about it. We're going to end. I've just not only is the trailer going to be at the wrong side of our olives, but we also have to go in one direction to take the olives, and then let's just go down the all-in-one production. If this has still got a load of olives, we definitely go on. How many olives we got left? We haven't. Sack that then. These ones we'll take to the all-in-one production, because what I was thinking, if we need to go to the old mill, we have to go to completely the other end of the map for what we do to sell the pallets off. But seeing as there's less than 1,000 olives left, then 1,000 litres of olives, we will take this slot to the all-in-one production, and then we'll take that lot over there. I don't think we have killed any of the crop, have we? We'll take that lot over there up to the other end, to the old mill, and then at least we'll be producing at twice the rate then, which I'm all for. Right, I have no idea what's in the trailer, as in how many thousands of litres. We need to take this up here anyway, so yeah, no idea. I don't think we'll get a full trailer full, which is disappointing. I mean, we've still got room to grow. All of this, what's corn at the minute, could be olives. Right, I'll just wait, because I think if I turn the engine off it might stop tipping. Right, I'll do it now. So, just under 15,000 litres. I don't even know whether I think that's good or bad. I need to extend it, don't I? I need more. I need more. That didn't seem to take that long either, to be fair. There's them pallets over there. That's what we're gonna do next. I could do with putting a road through here as well, because I spin round in there quite a lot. And Olive's tipped in there and get producing again. That's all the olive oil we've got at the minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, price-wise, would help if I'm on the right one. Price-wise, 2,800. Wait, why am I stuck in there? There we go. So we'll probably get like 2,900 for each one, won't we? Which isn't bad. Let's have a look to see where these planks are selling at. Is it further? No, it's down. It's down. Do you know what? If these are selling at the farm shop highest, which they are not. Oh yeah, they are. Because the other two are mine. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sell that furniture as well. So on here we've got 22,500 litres of planks. We've got 4,000 litres of flour. We have what'll be 2,000 litres of furniture. And isn't the price for cakes really high at the minute? Not its highest, but 3,600 at the farm shop, 3,500. Yep, I'll sell that, and I'll sell the bread as well, actually, because the bread's not that high anyway. When we were talking about productions that can go, there we go. This bakery will be one of them. But I've got like 40,000. There's no point in keeping that just for them strawberries, is there? I don't want to sell it just. I can't do anything else with them. That's just one of them things. Like, at the minute, I'm not. God, this is heavy. At the minute, I'm not producing enough milk or eggs to keep them all going. So I think we might have to just bite the bullet and stop the production at one. We'll lose them 38,000 litres of strawberries, but lesson learned, I suppose. Oop, press the wrong button. I mean, what an absolute hodgepodge of items on there. Got all sorts on there, haven't we? George really struggling this. I mean, it'll get up this bank here. you remember on one of them, what tractor did we have? Where we could barely get it up the bank. I think it was like at no miles an hour, but just moving, and it went up. I mean, this will go up, but you can see the speed coming off it. A lot of this, the reason I'm selling these now, is mostly to reduce pallet numbers. I can't remember. Have I showed you the fact that we bought that spreader? It was a second-hand spreader that we bought. I really can't remember. Oh. That one sell. Yeah. There we go. Right. 37, 40, just under 41,000. Got there. Yeah, so this, I mean, it's been ages since I've been on this series because of roleplaying, because of Westbridge Hills. This was in the second hand, in the used machinery. I can't remember, I wonder if it'll tell us on here. If I have a look in new vehicles, oh there, just under 15,000 will have paid for this. I've got it for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to spread lime, because the way we spread lime at the minute isn't quick enough or efficient enough. So that's why we've got that. So we'll have to take that down the farm, because we will need to start spreading lime again soon when we harvest a lot of these. So that's already been harvested. Looks like the rest must have crops in. But obviously these are all going to be harvested soon, so we'll need lime. So yeah, we'll have to get that back down there. But I hope today's video isn't overly long. I tried to make it, I mean, it's literally only 20 past 11. I'll probably continue the next video from here and then just go into the second half of October as much as what we need to. So yeah, with any luck, it'll be under 30 minutes. I feel like we've got loads done, even just in that morning. We got them sunflowers done, so we creating sunflower oil again. We got more olives harvested, and we've just made, so 41 grand, did I say, or just under 41 grand on our productions. So I'm buzzing for that, really. But we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.